The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Shawn.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is May 11th, 5:30 on the dot, so we get another raise now that I'm back here.
Now that you're back here, we're on time. Yeah, yesterday I was 3 minutes late. It's all because you weren't here.
Oh, yeah, just getting poorer by the second, but we're back up. We're back up here. I feel like I had a little sick day yesterday, and I feel like my voice is a little bit more like baritone and raspy today.
I wonder if you're doing this on purpose. Like you did tell us before that if the Ducks didn't get first pick in the NHL draft lottery, you were going to take a day off. And it's like, did you just spend yesterday yelling to make it seem like you were sick so that you could come in today and be like, I'm sick?
I'm not going to plead the fifth right there. But might have been part of the plan, might not have been. But I feel like I should, if I need to voice any ads for anyone, if you want someone, that's what I'm working on today. Is I kind of got a little on my voice. So if you need a little sexy baritone,
Yeah, can you sing Smelly Cat for us?
smelly cat, smelly cat.
I went for a paddle the other day, and it was like the perfect amount of sunlight, amount of warm air. The river was calm and pristine.
The afternoons have been pretty nice. I will say that.
Yeah, and I looked over at my husband just paddling along, and I was like, oh, you deserve a picture. You look great. And as I was about to snap the picture, his whole face went into like sour mode, and he was like, ugh.
Uh-oh.
And then he said, there's a dead horse over here.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody was expecting that. Like a dead bird maybe in the river.
yeah.
At least an animal that's supposed to be outside, a deer maybe.
Yeah, not a horse.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh man, he ruined my picture, dude. But also like, what's going on? And he had that face on for at least 100 feet after he passed it because it was a stinky dead horse.
Could you smell it too?
I couldn't smell it. I was in the middle of the river and I was just minding my own business. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so
Like,
nice.
I'm going to veer to the
out."
other side over here away from that.
Yeah. He's like, there's so many flies. It was so gross, Sean.
Ew.
Oh my gosh. I know.
What do you do from there? Like,
I called people. I called the pulse line and let them know that it
Yeah.
exists. And I think they're calling Fish and Wildlife and
Right.
going to figure
Okay.
it out. So I did my due diligence, but
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pick a different route until the coast is clear because I don't want to experience that again.
no, thank you. One time is enough for that. I had a sick day yesterday, and I was rolling through. I was catching up on some shows, just trying to get all the rest in.
Right, because there was, no hockey during the day, so you had some time to watch something other than sports.
Yeah, how dare they not schedule hockey during the day on my sick day?
Come on, didn't you know I was going to be off and ready to watch?
Right. So I went over to the streaming services, and I was finishing up some stuff on Netflix, and then I was just kind of sitting there. I was like, you know what? I got the whole day ahead of me, got some naps planned, but I'm gonna subscribe to a new service, and I'll have a full array of shows.
What'd you get, Crave? Or?
Yeah. And so I was eyeing up Disney Plus
Oh,
because there was a show that I started somewhere else that I wanted to continue on. It's Only Murders in the Building.
oh,
Kind of
with
a comedy-ish.
Selena Gomez, yep.
Yeah, Selena. You got Steve Martin. You got Martin Short. There we go. Hilarious. Those three together are absolutely hilarious. And Only Murders in the Building. And so that's what I did. I had like 2 naps, and then I watched about like 6 episodes to finish season 1.
Wow, okay. Very accomplished on your sick day there, Sean.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I can spend $12 here. $12 for the month. You know, I'll probably cancel when I finish Only Murders in the Building. And I feel like that was well worth it for my sick day. I didn't spend money on anything else.
Well, if you remember the other day, I was talking to you about The Practice.
Oh,
That is that lawyer show from the 90s. It's also on Disney Plus.
you didn't have rave reviews, though.
I said it was a good show. I just said the music's too loud in the background. It really takes you out of the moment. But I still think it's a worthwhile watch.
Worth $12?
Well, if you watch Only Murders in the Building too, yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Okay, I'll put it on the list. How about that? I'll put it on the list.
Thanks, Sean. So I've said this many times before, but my grandma and I are pen pals.
Very cute.
Yeah, we send letters back and forth. And the last letter that she sent me, I got yesterday. But my letter was about my Christmas dinner that I made. And so she was like, your Christmas dinner sounds delicious. We just celebrated Easter dinner.
Yeah.
And she apologized for the length of time in between her letters. And she basically said, I was waiting for something big to happen, so I didn't have nothing to report on. But nothing did, so here goes nothing.
There we go. I like it.
But included in the envelope with this tiny little magazine clipping, and it is a little poem by a lady named Lillian May Mackenzie.
Let's hear it.
It says, "Just a line to say I'm living, that I'm not among the dead, but I'm getting more forgetful and more mixed up in the head. Some things I can't remember when I stand before the stairs. Must I go up for something, or have I just come down from there? And before the fridge, so often, my poor mind is filled with doubt. Have I just put some food away, or have I come to take it out? There are times when it is dark outside and my nightcap's on my head. I don't know if I'm retiring or I've just got out of bed. So if it's my turn to write you, there's no need of getting sore. I may think that I've just written and don't want to be a bore. So remember that I love you and wish that you were here. But now it's time for mailing, and I must say goodbye, my dear. Here I stand beside the mailbox with my face so very red. Instead of mailing you this letter, I opened it instead."
Okay, wait. Did you say that was by someone?
Yeah, she cut it out of a magazine and included it in my letter.
But yeah, it's like so applicable.
It is so perfect. It is like I waited 5 months for my grandma to write me back, and she's like, "Sorry, I couldn't remember if it was my turn or not."
And I also feel like that poem is very applicable to just like every human as well, because we all stand in front of the fridge and we're like, what was I here for again?
Totally. And how many times have you walked down the stairs and been like, perhaps if I return to the top of the stairs, I'll remember what I came to.
My thought process. That's right. I seem to make fun of you for spider this, spider that. You seem to be running into them and you freak out and you hurt your body. Whatever the story is, I'm like, you're silly.
Yeah, exactly. I threw my bag out the other day. I've been finding them in my house on my deck. Not a fan.
Yeah, and I had my first one inside of my bedroom the other day.
Don't say inside of your bedroom. It was on your bed.
It was on my blankets, yeah. And so I just picked it up, disposed of it.
Oh, yeah. Just a nonchalant NBD over here.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I don't care about spiders. They don't scare me.
Yeah.
None of their 8 eyes and 8 legs.
But this is where I draw the line. 2 spiders in 2 days.
Oh, Shawn, tell me more.
Another one in the bedroom. It was
in the bed?
It was on the carpet. It was beside the bed on the carpet, just scurrying around. And I was like, 2 in 2 days.
He was plotting. He was like, "You killed my friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to go crawl into your mouth while you're asleep."
Again, I still feel the same way. If I'm sleeping, I don't care what happens as long as it doesn't like kill me, then I'm fine.
No, wake up when it's halfway through its mouth dance.
I'll probably freak out with that too. As long as I just put me out, just as long as I'm sleeping, do whatever you want type of thing. But now I need to, I'm like looking into solutions now, because 2 in 2 days is too much.
Yeah. So
what was your thing?
Well, some people don't like this, but I have this great product called Spider Ban.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
And it works really good, and I never see a spider again in the house after I spray the door frames.
Because I've been on a little bit of spider talk recently as well.
Spider talk, like TikTok for spiders?
Yeah.
Wow. That is one thing to make your For You page full of spiders. Okay.
But it's like life hacks. It's like life hacks for spiders.
Okay.
And one of the life hacks, I don't know if it was like, there's a lot of troll life hacks out there, so I don't know if this is a troll one, but they say like take a bar of soap, like an Irish Spring, a Dove, something like that, and open your door and then put the scent essentially around your door, and the scent like keeps the spiders out if they're coming from outside.
I would believe that, because that's where I spray the spider ban as well, and I don't see them. So if you have like a
I'm gonna do the soap one.
Life-friendly soap.
That's right.
That sounds...
I'll report back, because
let us
Irish
know.
Spring is like what, $2 type of thing. So this could be the cheap outcome for this.
And safer probably.
Yeah, that's right. Spider be gone.
A list of the top 100 happiest cities in Canada has come out.
Oh, this is intriguing, and it's probably just getting ripped to shreds by the entire country, because no one is ever satisfied with the list.
And also, I mean, 100 cities in Canada. I had no idea we had so many.
Yeah, I'm best. Like that has to be loose. That has to be like if. A town's allowed, municipalities allowed. Like, I don't think there's sticklers on the word city.
Okay, good to know, because number 1 is Caledon, Ontario.
Not a city. 100%.
Not a city.
Never heard of it. Googling it right now.
And what they looked at for metrics is your sense of belonging, your perceived health, the poverty rate, and then practical factors such as commute time, which I'm like, okay, if Caledon, Ontario isn't...
It's right outside Brampton. It's right outside the GTA. It's a hamlet.
You might not need to commute very far across your hamlet.
There's 13 streets in Caledon.
Oh my gosh, really? That's it? Okay.
It's not big. So if you're commuting, you're going to the GTA.
All right. Well, if you're thinking of moving to the happiest city in Canada, that's where they say it is.
See, I'm already tearing apart. Number 1, come on.
All right. Well, number 31 is the first time Alberta makes an appearance on the list with St. Albert.
Decent. All right.
So that's there. Then we have Airdrie at 33.
All right.
Calgary at 51.
All right.
Lethbridge at 76. Wait, where's Wood Buffalo? Oh, 68. We got in there.
Yeah.
We are like number 4 out of 5, I think, for Alberta.
Okay.
Happiest cities.
Look
I think
at us.
That's pretty great. Like, for sure, we're 68. That's pretty far down the list.
Especially when you're including every hamlet and little thing that exists. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think if we actually did look at cities, we would probably be way close to number 1.
Yeah, that's right. We're not a city, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're not a city either. Oh, no.
Now I'm being technical about it.
Who are you? Stop this.
I'm making my own list, I'll tell you that much. A TV show got renewed that I had no clue that had been renewed, and it aired on Monday. It's Bachelor in Paradise Canada's version.
Oh, this is one of your favorite shows from last summer.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And so, like, the premise of the show is great because it's just a bunch of, like, hot people doing dumb things, and you can take your mind off and just enjoy it all.
And just watch them go on awkward canoe dates and live in a weird cottage mansion in Muskoka.
Yeah, exactly. But then I found like season 1, they did season 1 last year, whenever, and I just found like the production and like the storyline of it all was just off. The thought of it was well, but the storyline and everything was off. It was like they had nowhere to go and do the dates. They had like 2 spots, and so they just return and do the same dates every episode, and it just like you didn't really think this out for a whole season.
Yeah, and it seems like where you always love the casting of episodes, where you're like, The Circle, man, did they cast that right?
Yeah.
Love is Blind, man, did they cast it right? You're like, Bachelor in Paradise, man, did they cast that wrong?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this year goes. Apparently they have 27 singles that are going to be coming and going throughout the entire season. And it says here on the release, 13 Canadian and U.S. Bachelor alumni from previous seasons.
Wow, so bringing the U.S. in there too.
That's right. And then how they worded this next one of 14 Canadian fans from Bachelor Nation are also going to be on the show.
Fans?
I know, that sounds very weird and creepy when you label them as fans.
It does, but also you're a fan, Shawn. Like, why didn't they invite you?
Yeah, see, that's also another question that I had on here as well. I think call them hopefuls or like romantic or, you know, like a different word other than like they applied to be on the show.
Oh, okay.
Type of thing. Not like, hey, I'm obsessed with this guy from season 17 of Bachelorette. Boy, do I hope I get on the show so I can meet up with him.
Okay, yeah, that sounds really weird. I didn't look at it as fans like that. I looked at it as like, you know, people who are like, I always watch every iteration of The Bachelor. I am part of Bachelor Nation. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also a little crossover. So if you ever watch Big Brother, there's a Big Brother crossover. So there's this one lady who was on Big Brother Canada, Samantha, I forget, it starts with a P, her last name. Anyways, she is from Newfoundland. She is on the show for this Bachelor in Paradise Canada. And then there is another guy, Godfrey. He is also on the show. He was on Big Brother as well. So he's making the crossover. And I want to say there was one more, but I can't quite find it right now. And then I think they have from season 1, from season 1 of Bachelor in Paradise Canada, they have like 4 or 5 returnees from season 1. It's like they were just running out of people to get on this show.
Wow, and these people have been single for a long time. If they were on the first Bachelor in Paradise last summer, and then they must have been on an iteration of The Bachelor before that, like they're really trying to find love, seems like, in all the wrong places.
Yeah, so I am like criticizing it and making fun of it and everything, but I'm 100% going to tune in. I mean, come on. I'm here for the tea. I'm here for the juicy.
Yeah, we're going to have a reality recap from Shawn every week. Don't be fooled.
You're ditching me this weekend to go hang out with some children, and I have to do some things alone? Is that what I'm hearing?
Sorry. I am going to a Girl Guide extravaganza this weekend in Edmonton, leaving tomorrow morning. But you.
Yeah, I have to host I get to host. I don't have to. I get to host the Spring Fling. Now, usually we would do this together, but you're hanging out with kids.
Yeah, you better start preparing your jokes because you only got the whole room to laugh at you and not me.
They're all looking at me now. Yeah. And speaking of that, I got to start doing my manscaping as well. Shaving the head, shaping the beard. I usually like to do it if I'm going to an event like a day or two in advance, just to give it some time to breathe and see if I need to do any like alterations the day before leading up. So I need to start now.
So yeah, usually you're like a double nap day kind of guy, but today you're like have to forego one of the naps because you have to shave.
Yeah, I got to manscape, got to prepare for standing in front of thousands of people.
I love that you're thinking about this. This is nice that a man has thought to think about it days ahead and you're really preparing yourself because usually it's, I got to go dress shopping. I got to go find shoes. And you're like, I'm just going to take my suit in my closet and I'll be ready to go.
I also am doing that, but it's just the physical appearance preparations 2 days in advance.
All right, I'm crossing my fingers you don't cut yourself.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.